It's 5:29 in breaking news from Europe and all over the world. Major cities standing in solidarity with Paris, France after last night's deadly attacks. Take a look at these pictures coming in this morning from Toronto, London, Dublin, New York, and more. Cities lighting up major monuments with the colors of the Parisian flag. And this is video of the San Francisco City Hall building lit up in red, white, and blue. Police there have posted extra patrol officers outside the city's French consulate as a precaution, though no direct threat has been made. The city and many others across the United States are on heightened alert after the attacks. And at the Stade de France, the home of the French national sports teams, bombs could be heard going off outside. French officials tell CNN at least 4 died from what appears to be a suicide bombing. One of the people at the stadium is related to a Lake Worth resident. News Channel 5's Andrew Ruiz has more on what they saw.
Katie, good morning. We're hearing from Tandy Deutsch, whose brother-in-law was inside of the stadium during the attacks. He could hear the bombings from inside. At first, he said officials were downplaying what exactly was happening. That is, until they realized the severity of the situation. He took to Instagram to post this picture yesterday when it was all going down, showing him and hundreds of other soccer fans being corralled out of the stadium. Tandy crediting social media for helping her to learn that her brother-in-law was okay. That picture was posted before Tandy got a call. Not now knowing that he is safe, her heart breaks for the country.
You know, the last attack was, in January, so it's not even been a year. And it's a country that, it's gone through so much, and our heart is there. My kids are half French, my husband's French. I feel completely connected, so yeah, it sucks completely.
Many of the locations targeted by the attacks are close to her family. She says they've frequented them before, and so she says that she will be glued to her TV and to her smartphone to follow this developing story. We're live this morning. Andrew Ruiz, WPTV News Channel 5.
Andrew, thank you. Well, French restaurants across the area reacting to the violence in Paris. Le Rendezvous in downtown West Palm Beach on Detura Street felt the impact and is staying strong. The owner grew up in Paris, and his parents and friends remain in the city. They're okay, but he fears the tragedy will create a climate of terror, keeping residents inside their homes out of fear.
The time that it happened on a Friday night, it's something where a lot of people are out, so it's something that's very sad.
Many locals are getting updates and staying in touch with their friends through social media sites like Facebook. And Facebook users in Paris during the terror attacks were able to notify friends and family that they were safe through the site's safety check tool. Users began getting notifications Friday night that friends who were in Paris were safe. The safety check tool was launched last year and has been used 5 times. This is the first time, however, the feature has been used in a non-natural disaster setting. A Facebook spokeswoman for the site said she did not immediately have the numbers to share on how many people were marked safe in Paris.
Well, let's take a look at your local weather. We have a little bit of rain on radar at the moment. We also have a stall front right on top of us. That front is going to bring us some normal temperatures. Instead of being close to 90 degrees, we'll be where we should be this time of the year, around 80, 81 degrees. The humidity will be much lower too, and the wind will begin picking up through the day, and you're definitely going to notice that. All right, here's a look at the radar at the moment. We have rain right offshore. It has been raining pretty heavily and consistently along Jupiter, going into Tequesta, all the way up to Hope Sound. But that rain is now tapering off, and most of the activity is just right offshore at this time. Temperatures are in the low to mid-70s. We also have some 60s spotted on the map, too. Okeechobee and also Port St. Lucie, you're sitting at 69 degrees. These temperatures will drop. They'll be lower 24 hours from now. And here's a look at your hour-by-hour forecast for this morning. Temperatures will be around 71 to 73 degrees. We'll see a lot of cloud cover across Palm Beach County where that front is located. But along the Treasure Coast, we'll be seeing less in the way of cloud cover. So more sunshine once that sun comes up. And temperatures are going to heat up, but not too dramatically. We'll be right at 82 degrees today, 81 degrees tomorrow. The humidity will be much lower, so it'll feel pretty nice outside. The wind will pick up too, and I'll let you know just how windy it'll get where you live coming up in less than 20.
And breaking right now, the French president, François Hollande, calling the attacks an act of war by ISIS. And he says France will be, quote, merciless toward the barbarians of the Islamic group inside or outside the country, end quote. In the last hour, Hollande confirmed the death count has reached 127 people. The president has declared a 3-day national mourning period and put the nation on its highest security level. Fired again. Palm Beach State College announcing today Newman Raja has been let go. He was an instructor at the school. This just a day after the Palm Beach Gardens Police Department fired Raja from the force. Raja is accused of shooting and killing Corey Jones last month after Jones's car broke down on the side of I-95. Corey Jones's supporters still plan to stage a rally at the Gardens Mall next weekend. A mall spokesman says that everyone is welcome to come to the mall, but they do have a no solicitation, no protest policy. A mother left to care for her 1-year-old granddaughter, wondering how she'll keep her daughter's memory alive. Diana Surreal was among the 9 killed in a plane crash in Akron, Ohio on Monday. She was on a business trip with her bosses and co-workers at Peb Enterprises. Maria, who lives in the Dominican Republic, got the news from her son-in-law.
But I was hoping that she was fine. I said, well, yeah, maybe she's, she got a little hurt, but she's fine. Like I said, what happened? What happened? What happened? I mean, I still don't have an answer. What happened to that plane?
Diana's family was told by the NTSB that it'll take about 12 to 18 months to know the cause of that plane crash. Continuing coverage now, and never before heard details raising more questions about whether the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office acted in bad faith when it lost the cell phone of one of its sergeants. He's the same sergeant at the center of one of the agency's most controversial deadly shootings. Content 5 investigator Katie LaGrone has been following the Seth Adams civil battle since the beginning. She has new details revealed in federal court.
The parents of Seth Adams seen walking into federal court earlier today. But tonight, they are still waiting for answers more than 3 years after their son's death at the hands of this Palm Beach County Sheriff's Sergeant.
It just prolongs the agony, and we do not have a trial date, and they're just taking it one day at a time.
Today's hearing focused on Sergeant Michael Custer's cell phone. PBSO admits they lost it, even after the agency was put on alert to preserve it. Today, the family's attorney released new details about this email exchange between a PBSO sergeant and this lieutenant at the time. In that exchange, weeks after the May 2012 shooting, the sergeant at the time states, quote, "This is how we roll. Just get my evil plan started." The lieutenant responds, "I know."
We believe that there was a conspiracy between Lieutenant Wallace and Sergeant McAfee to intentionally get this cell phone so that it would not be introduced in evidence.
PBSO says not true. Wallace, seen here walking out of the courtroom today, acknowledged while it was a poor choice of words, it had nothing to do with Custer or the case, but was actually a reference to an aggressive scheduling change some employees weren't happy about. Minutes after those emails, Adams' family attorney said Wallace called Custer, told him to drop off his phone. No one has seen it since.
That was Katie LaGrone reporting, and this missing cell phone, just one of 4 evidence issues the judge needs to address. It will only be after all of these questions are answered that the judge will determine if PBSO acted in bad faith and ultimately if the agency will be punished for it. It's 5:38 next, the very latest on the multiple coordinated terror attacks in France. The new things we're learning this morning.
But he's at my door now, and I'm really afraid of this guy.
She thought he was going to kill her, and she was right. The shocking murder confession next.
At WPTV, we empower local families to get more done with less hassle. You see Chopper 5 overhead, and you know something's going on. You decide if you can spend more time at home. You're getting out the door prepared with a live look around the country down to your doorstep. Storm Team 5, making sure you don't get stuck in the rain. You're seeing door-to-door drive times and live traffic trouble spots. That means no more guessing. Let us help you plan your day. Today on 5, WPTV News Channel 5.
This holiday season, get ready for mystery.
What's in the trunk?
Nothing.
Romance.
18-inch alloys. You remembered.
Family fun.
Everybody squeeze in. Block anyone?
And non-stop action. It's the event you don't want to miss. It's the Season of Audi sales event. Brighten up your holiday with the exceptional offers at the Season of Audi sales event.
I absolutely love my New York apartment, but the rent is outrageous. Good thing Geico offers affordable renters insurance. With great coverage, it protects my personal belongings should they get damaged, stolen, or destroyed. Excuse me.
Delivery. Hey, lo mein, Szechuan chicken, chopsticks, soy sauce, and you got some fortune cookies. Have a good one.
These small New York apartments.
Protect your belongings. Let Geico help you with renter's insurance.
It's the recon mission for Tango 165. The endless search for the best berries. A midnight run for Tacos El Pastor. And the empty roads of Dawn Patrol. This is what driving is all about. And why everything we do is to make driving better for you.
All right, Rockettes, 5, 6. Go back. We weren't together on that. Here we go. 3, 4, 5. Whoa, stop. Let's go back. And 1, 2. Whoa, stop there. Back to the top. Again. 2, 3. Reset. Here we go. I bet we can do it even better. And 5, 6, 7, and.
It took the Rockettes years to master the kick line, but only a few moves to master paying bills on Chase.com. Technology designed for you, so you can easily master the way you bank.
Closed captioning on WPTV is sponsored by Bethesda Health.
Breaking news at 5:41. Dozens of people from South Florida are in Paris after the multiple terror attacks. Real estate agent Devin Cobb from West Palm Beach was on vacation in Paris when he saw flashing lights and heard sirens everywhere. He made it back to his Airbnb safely, and he managed to let everybody back home know he was safe through a new feature on Facebook. And if all goes as...
From Facebook that popped up as a notification. And it says, we see that you're in Paris. Are you okay? And I clicked it, and, it prompted me to say whether I was okay or if I needed help. It also notified me when people in my area who I know who are here were safe. So those people that I told you that had to walk 2 hours, I got a notification once they got to their place, and also, of course, texted them as well.
If all goes as planned, Devin's flight back to Palm Beach International Airport lands around 11 o'clock tonight. And police are saying at least 80 people were killed in an assault on the Bataclan Theater in Paris last night during a series of terror attacks. The famous concert hall in the center of Paris was filled as an American rock band, Eagles of Death Metal, played there last night. Witnesses said the attackers used guns and grenades to kill concert goers. Hostages were sending messages through social media throughout the attack. And meanwhile, the Eagles of Death Metal band says it is waiting for word on its members. The AP says the band members are okay. Our sister station in San Diego spoke to a friend of the lead singer. Preston Phillips has the story.
Yeah, I'm Preston Phillips in Palm Desert in front of the Hood Bar. This is a place where Eagles of Death Metal have played several times in the past. Jesse Hughes, the lead singer of the band, playing here quite a few times. Talked tonight with a friend of his who reacted to the tragic shooting that happened while they were playing on stage.
From what I understand, they were playing at the time it was happening, but it was more towards the end of the set. And once they heard everything go off, they took everyone and they went out to the back way.
And the good news in all this, the band members making it out safe, but so many people not making it out alive tonight, making this so tragic, such a horrible event. I'm Preston Phillips, back to you.
In other international news now, he was one of the most wanted terrorists in the world. Intelligence officials say they're reasonably certain Jihadi John was killed in a drone attack in Syria. Jihadi John was seen in ISIS videos beheading at least 3 Americans, including journalist James Foley and former Miami resident Steven Sotlov, along with American aid worker Peter Kassig. His death is seen as a big win for the intelligence community. The family members of those hostages say they feel no joy. More local coverage now, and a local veterans home is outfitted with new gym equipment. Trevor Snyder was injured by a roadside bomb during one of 2 tours of duty with the U.S. Marines in Iraq. He suffers from extreme post-traumatic stress disorder and can no longer walk. Snyder says going to the gym is difficult because of the noise and all the people around him. The Guardians of Heroes Foundation stepped in, providing Snyder with a new home gym.
Give me the opportunity to start working out again, try to get back in shape, maybe lose a little weight, and to help with depression issues, I guess you'd say, through physical fitness, and to try to move forward in my rehabilitation.
Guardians of Heroes also provides gym memberships as well as personal training and life coaching for veterans with disabilities. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office is releasing 911 calls a school bus driver made, and they revealed just how much she feared her ex-boyfriend, who confessed to killing her.
He's at my door, and I'm really afraid of him, and I've been trying to do a restraining order with him, but they said that it's nothing that I can do right now. But he's at my door now, and I'm really afraid of this guy.
Gloria Riley had just gotten out of an abusive relationship with Willie Smith and had tried to move away from him last month. Smith is accused of stabbing her to death with a kitchen knife on November 5th. Well, funeral services are today for an 11-year-old girl whose body was found in a relative's freezer. Janiyah Thomas was discovered October 18th. She was reported missing 2 days earlier by a Manatee County Sheriff's Office investigator. Her mother refused to tell investigators or a judge anything about the girl's whereabouts or her well-being. State wildlife officials are calling this year's bear hunt a success. They released the official report on the hunt on Thursday. They say 304 bears were killed in 2 days. More than half of those bears were females. State leaders say the goal of the hunt was to control the state's growing black bear population. And if you own a SunPass, some of the transponders will no longer be accepted after this year. SunPass officials say customers who own an older battery-operated transponder have until December 31st to swap it out. You can get a replacement free of charge. SunPass says there are still 300,000 customers who have been notified but have not traded in their transponders. It's 5:47, and it's time to see what's trending. Tyler joining me now.
Well, Katie, Facebook is working on something new. Facebook says they are working on a tool that could save you from some embarrassing posts. It uses image recognition software. The company says the feature would keep you from uploading that late-night selfie or other photos you might not want to post. The feature will also warn you if you're about to share a photo of your child to the general public rather than just your family. Man, I'm so glad they're coming out with this, because Katie Johnson, you really need this.
You stole my line. I was about to say, we're about to see a lot fewer photos of Tyler online.
Shots fired. I did it.
Just wait, weatherman.
I got
I'm gonna get you.
I knew you were going to come at me.
I'm going to make sure we have a shot later on the show where we're standing next to each other.
Oh, I see.
And I'm not wearing heels.
Taking the easy route, the short joke.
All right.
But no, seriously, I think that would be great for some people, because I do think they get a little out of hand with their late-night selfies, whatnot.
All right, moving on from the photos we won't be seeing of you anymore to the weather we'll be seeing this weekend.
Looking pretty good for us this weekend, but it's not going to be completely sunny and absolutely perfect sky conditions for us, but we are going to see some lower humidity and slightly cooler temperatures too, because we have a soft front right on top of us. This front is kind of hanging out right on top of Palm Beach County, and where that front is located, that's where we have the rain and cloud cover pushing over too. So right now the Treasure Coast is fine, but down here across Palm Beach County we have a lot of cloud cover around and those isolated showers. We did have a lot of rain right around Jupiter, Tequesta, going to Hope Sound, but that has tapered off. Most of the activity is right offshore. Notice that it is drifting back onshore though, and around West Palm down to Lake Worth, all the way down into Boca. You could see an isolated shower here soon. Temperatures at the moment are in the 70s and the 60s too. We are going to see those temperatures drop down a couple more degrees, but then they start to warm back up. And by 9 o'clock this morning, we're sitting at 78 degrees. From there is a really nice day. We'll be back to average right around 81 degrees. That lower humidity and a wind that'll be increasing through the day, it'll feel pretty good out there. Here's Vipercast. You can see most of the rainfall is still down here across Palm Beach County all the way through 2:30 this afternoon. Looks good along the Treasure Coast, but we're going to see a mixture of sun and clouds across the entire viewing area, so it's not going to be completely sunny for all of us today. Boaters, seas right now are right at 2.5 to 3 feet. Get out now because conditions are fine. Later on today and Sunday and Monday, conditions deteriorate because this wind is going to pick up. We're looking at wind gusts of in excess of 25 miles per hour once we get to 4 o'clock this afternoon, and that will stay with us through Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and probably even Wednesday too. And that means our beach and boating conditions will not be perfect. Today, seas 5 to 7 feet. Inland waterways will be choppy. High tide at 9:22 this morning. Low tide at 3:28 this afternoon. With this strong onshore wind, we are going to see our rip current threat stay elevated for the next few days too. So again, not the greatest of beach and boating days. That is for sure. To summarize, here you go. Temperatures will get to 82 degrees today. Some spots along the Treasure Coast will actually be a little cooler. Wouldn't be surprised if you stay in the 70s, and that is right where we should be this time of the year. With that wind, we are going to see some lower humidity come in, some cloud cover too, and overall it will feel pretty nice for you today. Then overnight, temperatures drop down to the 60s and the 70s. Lower humidity continues to stick around for yet another day, but that humidity will start to increase as we head into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And here's your 7-day forecast. On Monday, we see the rain chances increase to 60%, and then they stay around 30 to 40% all the way through Thursday. That's because we have a deep influx of tropical moisture coming in, and that means more humidity, more showers on radar, and temperatures approaching 90 degrees yet again come midweek next week. Katie?
Tyler, thank you. Well, it's getting difficult to find a parking spot in southern Palm Beach County. As News Channel 5's Charlie Keegan reports, a Boca Raton shopping plaza has new parking spots targeting one specific age group.
The hunt for a good parking spot is a lot easier for Matt Shallett.
We were looking for a spot. We saw the sign, and I thought that was very unusual.
The signs say senior citizen parking only. 10 of them popped up recently at the Del Mar Village Shopping Center on Palmetto Park and Powerline Roads in West Boca. The guys at Zinger's Deli aren't sure where the signs came from.
It's not enforceable, I don't think, unless they card everyone. So I don't know how it's going to work, but it's not a bad idea.
It's not a law, just a suggestion. A good one, according to Matt.
And I bet 85% of the people who come here are senior citizens.
Boca Raton kind of has this stereotype that it's full of senior citizens who struggle to get around. And one lady told me she doesn't like these signs because it just reinforces that image when it's not necessarily true.
It's the only one I've seen.
Bill the Flower Man breaks the stereotype. At 64, he's on the move all day delivering flowers, but he likes the idea of reserving spots for seniors.
There's old people everywhere. We have more of them here, of course. That's why I'm here.
The property management company tells me the restaurant Sweet Tomatoes requested the signs. Mystery solved. From the Boca Raton newsroom at Lynn University, Charlie Keegan, WPTV News Channel 5.
It's 5:52 and Santa Claus is coming to town and he's ready for a selfie, Tyler. Coming up next, where your dog, cat, and Tyler can take a picture with St. Nick. And it's being called a spaceship on Earth. How tall this proposed tower is set to rise above downtown West Palm Beach. And you're taking a live look right now at Paris, France, where the president just put the country on its highest level of security alert. We'll have more updates when we return.
What defines 40 years of smiles? Is it the millions of lives we've changed? Or is it a single beautiful new smile created in just one day at a price that doesn't seem possible? For same-day dentures, extractions, and implants, call 1-800-DENTURE or go to affordabledentures.com for valuable coupons. After 40 years and millions of smiles, the most important smile awaits. Your smile.
City Furniture just made it easier to create a beautiful home with new delivery options. Introducing free shipping. Whether you shop in the showroom or at cityfurniture.com, discover the home furnishings you've always dreamed of and get it shipped absolutely free. Free shipping. Available now at City Furniture.
Be ready to winter with Infiniti. Now through January 4th, lease the Infiniti QX60 for $399 a month. Visit your local Infiniti retailer.
I'm Willie Gary, and if you've been injured or harmed, you may be entitled to full compensation and justice. For over 40 years, through our hard work and dedication, we've won landmark cases, including a $23.6 billion verdict in a Florida wrongful death smoking case. Hiring a lawyer is an important decision. Do the research, then you be the judge. So call us today and let us fight your battle.
A Contact 5 investigation to protect you.
Where the most serious DWI and DUI accidents happen.
We're driving from Boca to Vero.
Mapping out what roads, streets you should stay away from.
Monday on WPTV News Channel 5 at 11.
5:55 now, and has your cat or dog been nice or naughty this year? Today, the Humane Society in Vero Beach is taking pet photos with Santa Claus. Yes, it's already happening here. The cost is $15, which helps animals who don't have a home. It's a great reason to spend the money on that. Well, it looks like a spaceship, and it could soon land in downtown West Palm Beach. These are the new plans for Palm Beach billionaire Jeff Green's One West Palm complex. Looks really cool. Several cubes make up the two-tower, 30-story complex. One tower will be used for offices, the other for condos and a hotel. If approved, it'll be built at the corner of North Dixie Highway and Quadrille Boulevard. Previous, more futuristic designs were tossed following concerns from residents. And thank you to everyone who came out for our Bill Brooks Food for Families food drive in Boca Raton. We were able to raise about 3,000 pounds of food yesterday alone. Our next drive is at our studio here in West Palm Beach. It's happening next Friday. We'll be collecting food from 5 a.m. till 6:30 p.m. So come see us. We have all the information you need to know on our website, WPTV.com. And breaking news out of Spain right now. We're going to send it over to Tyler with weather.
Send it on over to me. I'll take it. Good morning, everyone. Let's take a look at the tropics right now. You know, it is the last month of hurricane season. We actually only have 2 weeks left of hurricane season, believe it or not. And we had that late season hurricane form just earlier this week. That was Hurricane Kate. But Hurricane Kate is no more. You don't have to worry about it. That's for sure. You never had to worry about it in the first place. But now it's moving out of the Atlantic Basin. It is just a remnant low affecting the UK. And we're not going to see our next storm, Larry, form. That is for sure, because El Nino is firmly in control. And that's going to keep the tropics rather quiet from here on out. Katie, back to you.
Tyler, thank you. It's 5:57. Coming up in our next hour, a sex offender has been released from the Martin County Jail, while charges were dropped against the man from Pennsylvania. And it's not only snowbirds flocking to our Sunshine State this weekend. A look at the Republican presidential hopefuls as they gather in Orlando for the Sunshine Summit. Another live look in Paris, France right now. We're coming back with all the latest details on those coordinated terrorist attacks.